Most Republicans in Washington, did you know, they won't even say President-elect Biden in public? You know who else is doing that? Vladimir Putin, President Xi, and Kim Jong-un. Great company. The best they can be, apparently, is Senator Langford from Oklahoma, this guy. He sits on the Homeland Security Committee. Now, he won't call Biden president-elect either. He does say, though, he should get the daily security brief. Can you believe that's the best in their ranks? Even Karl Rove, remember him? He penned an op-ed saying this is over. Karl Rove. You know how toxically partisan you have to be for Karl Rove to be more fair to Democrats than you? And remember, the shame is that this is a game for them. They have no proof. You've heard them list no proof. Over on state TV, they have a list of potential bad votes. Nothing that comes close to changing the results. And they know it. And we know they know. How? Because they held the exact opposite position when they won an election. CNN's K-File found the ugly truth. Feast on this.
You have people out there calling for recounts that are unsubstantiated based on no evidence. This was a legitimate election, and no one should question the fact that Donald Trump is the president-elect.
It's a fascinating group of these Democrats who can't seem to realize that it is time to move on. It is time to accept the fact that Trump will be the next president of the United States.
Hillary is on her sore loser tour, and now we have her going through recounts. You know what she needs to do? She needs to get over it. She lost. Yeah. Get out of the way and let Donald Trump be president.
Do you think the Democrats are sore losers? Yeah, I do.
The reality is they're a bunch of spoiled crybabies.
Newsflash for many of the partisan Democrats and those in the mainstream media who continue to try to delegitimize President-elect Trump's massive and historic win last month. The election's over. Hillary Clinton lost. You have to win 270 electoral votes to be elected president, and President-elect Trump actually got 306. This is all really just an effort to try to delegitimize the win.
The left's going to lie. The left's going to be smirched. They're going to go crazy. They can't accept the election results, let alone the fact that he's actually going to solve problems.
They have to decide whether they're going to interfere with him finishing his business, interfere with the peaceful transfer of power to President-elect Trump and Vice President-elect Pence, or if they're going to be a bunch of crybabies and sore losers about an election that they can't turn around.
This is America. We live in a democracy. Everybody, when they woke up in the morning, is registered to vote, could go choose. So how about respecting the majority that also live here, and their vote should count?
Okay? Shame on them. A wax museum is less cold-blooded than these people are. And let them know they are going to lose way more than this election. This matters. What they're playing at now matters. This isn't tax, don't tax. This isn't who lies, who doesn't lie. This is what lies at the heart of our democracy, and they know it. Hillary Clinton, say what you want, she promptly conceded, even though she spanked them in the popular vote. Why? That's what our system demands. Other Democrats swiftly came to terms with Trump's victory. Proof.
We must accept this result and then look to the future. Donald Trump is going to be our president. We owe him an open mind and the chance to lead.
So I have instructed my team to follow the example that President Bush's team set 8 years ago and work as hard as we can to make sure that this is a successful transition for the president-elect.
I want to offer my congratulations to President-elect Donald Trump and wish him well for the American people.
We, of course, were all very disappointed, not more than disappointed, hard to accept the results, but accept we do. The peaceful transfer of power is what America and our democracy is about.
77 million plus and counting delivered a spanking to Trump by voting for Joe Biden. We have never seen a number like it. What about the 70 million who voted for Trump? What about them? What about respecting their role in the democracy by honoring the democracy yourself? They came out and voted. They played the game the right way. And again, let's put up some of the vote boards in the key races to show how this is not a squeaker. This is not about finding a few ballots or even a few hundred. And that's all recounts generally change. Karl Rove said that too in his op-ed. Wisconsin, Biden's up more than 20,000. Pennsylvania, he's up more than 50,000. In Georgia, he's up more than 14,000. The state announced today it will be holding a full recount. And that should deliver confidence in the outcome. Nobody's saying no recounts where they meet the standard. Nobody's saying don't certify. We're saying don't lie about having proof of some kind of perfidy when it doesn't exist. Because that is enabling a fraud, and you know it. In Nevada, Biden leads now by more than 36,000. In Michigan, Clinton lost to Trump there by under 11,000. She didn't fight it. Trump's suing to stop Michigan from certifying the count. He's down by 146,000. Now, just as gross, you know where Trump didn't want to stop the count? Alaska. Why? CNN just called the race for him today. They've been counting absentee mail-in votes for over a week. Why is that okay? Because he won. Again, this is not about Trump. As I said, he is a revenant at this point. He is a dead man walking because he's not even vital enough to deal with the crisis that is overwhelming this country. He doesn't even talk about the numbers, only himself. That's who he is. It is what it is. And it's ugly, and it's always been. He's always lied when he sees a loss. Proof? Okay. Romney lost to Obama in 2012. Trump, total sham. 2016, primary season, Ted Cruz beats him in the Iowa caucus. What does he say? He didn't win. He stole it. 2016, he loses, right? What does he say? Rigged. Even after he won, he ordered a commission. Why? I only lost the popular vote because 2 million, 4 million, 6 million, because the numbers are all the same to him, right? Just like his net worth. They were all fraudulent. He puts together this commission, headed up by his boy Kobach. You know what they find? Nothing. They had to remove the commission. You know how rare that is? He cried fraud all through the 2018 midterms, claiming people were voting illegally multiple times by changing clothes. Proof? Crickets. And let's not forget one thing. Trump was impeached. And remember why? Shaking down a foreign power to help him fix this election and take down Biden. He is a liar and a cheat, but he always has been. He is not the real problem. He can't do this alone. It's the cronies inside and the craven in Congress. That's why this continues and continues to hamper our fight against COVID. Again, Trump hasn't even told you about the latest numbers, and he is doing nothing. And they are stalling the rightful transfer of power to a group that will do something. And remember, none has provided you any proof to justify this malignant malfeasance. They must all be held to account for what they are enabling right now. Never forget.